Hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Yoga with Clarissa. Today, we're just going to be focused 10 minutes of our time just for a very short stretch, just before we head out, just before we go out for work, or even just before we start any exercises. Maybe this could be something you could implement to your practice. Now, what you need is just a mat. If you don't have a mat, that is completely fine. You can also use a thick towel or maybe even a blanket or even a carpet just on the floor, and you can actually bring this 10-minute session to anywhere in the world. You can do it in your bedroom, in your hotel room, or any parts, as long as there's enough space for your body to just move a little bit to bring some movement into it your morning. Let us begin. We are going to go into a tabletop position here. Come into tabletop position, keeping the fingertips spread out wide. You want to really grip the fingertips here onto the mats. Just an additional little stretch onto your fingers as well, keeping them gripped, relax, regrip, relax, grip, relax. Now we're going to add in a couple of rotations here. So you want to have your palms or your fingertips shoulder width apart. And what you're going to do is also your knees are about hip width apart. Now, if you want to add in a little bit more of a stretch towards your toes as well, keep your toes tucked under. And we're going to use the toes, push it in towards the mat. So just a little bit of an additional movement here by pushing, using your fingers, using your palms, push the mat away as you send the weight in towards your toes. So you're really stretching out the toes here. Now we're going to come back in towards your tabletop position. Now if you like, you can either keep your toes tucked still or keep it untucked. Now the dogs are optional. If you have the dogs here, that is great. Okay, so we're going to come into your tabletop position. Let's inhale, drop the chest, drop the belly. We're going to slowly gaze up towards the sky. Taking one full inhale here. Exhale. Now taking one more inhale this time. Now with your exhalation, you're going to round your back as you bring your chin towards your chest. You're going to exaggerate this movement. So imagine you're pushing the mat away from you. Now finish the exhalation. Take an inhale. Exhale it out fully. Let's inhale, drop the chest, the belly, tailbone up, and we gaze up. Now this time around, we exaggerate a little bit more of the shoulder rotation or the shoulder movement. We want to keep the shoulder blades squeezing in towards each other. And we're going to keep the gaze up here to exaggerate the stretch in the shoulders, the stretch in the spine. Also an activation in the thyroid meridians. Finishing your inhalation, we take an exhale. Taking an inhale. Now we exhale, we push the mat and we round. This time we want to send the belly button all the way up towards the spine. Imagine there is a huge ball right now that you are holding on to, that you are hugging. An invisible ball of energy, a ball of energy that you want to embrace for the rest of your day. As you take an inhale here, exhale. Inhale, slowly lower your chest, your belly, coming back to your regular tabletop position. What we're going to do is we're going to tuck your toes under if you haven't, and very, very slowly lift the knees off the ground, pushing your hips up towards the sky, moving the hips towards the back of the mat into your downward facing dog. Now it is completely fine if your toes or your heels don't touch the ground. What you want to do is keep a micro bend in your knees. So bend your knees ever so slightly. Use your palms, push the ground away. So if I were to show you this movement here, I'm going to lift the fingertips off. With the base of my palms, I'm still digging the ground away, and then release the fingertips down to the ground. Keep the grip onto the mats. Now, as much as you can, lift the hips up higher as we send the heels down towards the ground. We breathe here for 3, for 2, and 1. Now, slowly, we're going to lean your body forwards to your plank pose. As much as you can, keep your shoulders over your wrists. If you can, lean the body just a little bit more forwards as we slowly lower your knees down onto the ground. Lower your chest and your chin down. Now we're going to stay in this position as you draw the shoulder blades towards each other. We're going to take an inhale here. Exhale it out fully. Inhale. Exhale it out. Now keeping the palms where it is, just glide your body forward. Glide the body forward, keeping the palms beside the chest. Ground the palms completely. We lift just the chest slightly off the ground. Now, as much as you can, hug the shoulder blades in towards each other, giving yourself a nice little stretch here, opening up the heart space just for 3, for 2, and 1. Very slowly tuck the toes underneath you and use your palms. Use the morning strength that you have for today's practice as you push the ground away, lifting your hips up and back to your downward facing dog. Taking an inhale here. Exhale, side out. Inhale. Exhale, side out. One last round. Inhale. Exhale, side out. Now we're going to lean your body forward to your plank pose once again and slowly drop your knees down to the ground. Move your knees just slightly wider or as wide as you like, keeping the toes together to touch. As you walk your fingertips forwards, bringing your bum towards your heels, the crown of your head extending forwards as you melt the forehead, the face, the chin down to the ground. Now feel this nice little stretch here towards your shoulders, perhaps a little bit even towards the lower back. We breathe here for 3, for 2, and 1. Now very slowly drag the palm back in towards you, palms down onto the ground. Bring the knees back to the ground as you untuck your toes towards the backs of the mats. Taking one last inhale up towards the ceiling. Open up the heart space, bringing what's to come, accepting what is to come for today. Exhale as we gather the energy to prepare ourselves for the day. Slowly coming back to stillness, regular tabletop position as you sit your bum towards your heels, bringing your palms to your heart center. 2 breaths here. 1 breath. Slowly opening your eyes, coming to the end of our practice. Now rejoining your palms to your heart center, thumbs to your third eye. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Namaste.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye.